Hey Edheads, Tom here. You might know me better like this. So first of all, I want to thank you guys so much for the overwhelming amount of love and support you've been giving us for the past, not just 2 months, but all the years leading up to now. It made a huge difference to Ed, and it's made a huge difference to me and all the other friends and family affected by recent events. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, here's a quick recap.
Around 15 years ago, a little boy named Ed Gould started drawing comics about his playground friends, and, inspired by the movie Wayne's World, decided to call it Eddsworld. Over time, friends changed and the style grew, and eventually Eddsworld became a terribly animated cartoon. Then in 2006, Ed developed leukemia, cancer of the blood. He fought hard and eventually beat the cancer into remission. Yay! Then with the help of his best friend Matt, aspiring producer Tom, and an army of friends, Eddsworld grew and grew until its audience reached hundreds of thousands. However, after 5 awesome years, Ed's cancer came back, and this time it brought all of its friends. After a year-long battle, the fight was over, and Ed passed away.
Yeah, it's not awesome. But before Ed left us, he made it very clear that he didn't want the show to end with him, and we are happy to keep it going, but personally, I don't feel okay with profiting directly off the success of the show. I'd much rather all the money it makes go into one of the great cancer charities out there, and that is why I'm coming to you guys. I would like you to help us raise just enough money to make the show and nothing else. That way we can make something great, and we can give everything we make from that to charity. So that's why I present Eddsworld Legacy.
Oh, that sure sounds cool.
Okay, so how does this work? Well, I'd like you guys to go over to a site called Indiegogo and pledge a donation to Eddsworld. For every level of donation, there is a greater reward. It starts out small with a mini documentary about the behind the scenes of making the show, made just for you guys, the ones donating. And then it gets better and better each time, and you get stuff like wristbands, signed artwork, and then the higher donations, you even get a chance to like be in the show and stuff. And for every higher donation you do, you get all the stuff from the lower ones as well. So it's pretty cool. And you know, it's not like a store, you're donating, but you also get rewards.
And I just want to point out that while the site does list everything in dollars, you can donate to us from wherever you are in the world, and I'll include a pound to dollars conversion reference on the website.
So the next big question is, why do we need money to make the show? Well, believe it or not, this is actually our full-time jobs, and it's how we make a living. It's how Ed made a living as well, and now that he's gone, we need to find someone who can do the kind of work that he did. And it's not just animation that goes into a show like this. There's loads of people involved, such as
this fantastic Canadian fellow responsible for the music. This guy who makes everything actually sound good when you listen to it. This, I'm sorry, I don't really know what he's doing. Oh, I'm so sorry about him, I had no idea. Okay. And after seeing him in almost every single episode and more recently seeing some of his actual work, I would like to introduce you to the show's new lead animator, Paul Tavorda.
And while I hate that this is the case, the show is called Eddsworld and we can't really have a show without Ed. But when he left us, he took his voice with him, so we will be replacing his voice with someone already quite close to the show.
Mystery.
And once again, I'd like to thank you guys so much for the amount of love and support you've given us. And hopefully you'll continue support to keep Eddsworld spinning. Thank you.